what I'm saying? We haven't seen them like be afraid to do things like publicly speak. Did they pull that off this episode? I feel like, they were meaning to have a message in this.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think it's a big break from Klingon tradition in ways we haven't quite seen, even with Alexander, even with B'Elanna Torres. And also, I think it also kind of lends itself to just the young adult of it all, like coming into your own, learning how to speak up for yourself, learning how to defend yourself, and not wanting people to represent you, but to be able to do it on your own. And I think they pulled it off well.
Yeah, I think so. I definitely like the fact that they did, like you said, bring in old girl who's like, look, I wanted to be a mentor, but it's like, Zyla, we're just getting to kind of learn Zyla a little bit, so we don't know all of Zyra's history. Hopefully we'll get the full, when we read her autobiography, we'll get the full origin story. But sometimes, like, in a melanated universe, you might get thrust into a world that doesn't have melanated individuals in your area, and you kind of feel like an outcast, right? I know up until I went to Florida A&M, when I moved from St. Louis to Florida, I moved from all black to you're the chocolate sprinkle. You know what I'm saying? And when you were the chocolate sprinkle in school, like I was in the band and the football team, strange combination, but it feels weird. But then you might have that one teacher, right? That one coach who's also like you, who they may not say, hey, look, we together, we got to stick together, but they kind of gravitate to you. They kind of offer an arm, a little bit of a little bit of an extended olive branch, so to speak, just to let you know, like, look, bro, I know what you're going through. You're not alone. I mean, I am working. I got a job, so I can't just hug you and be like, look, man, F everybody else. But I want you to know that I feel you. I see you. And it sounds like they have that in this lieutenant. You think that's about right, Ty? And then I just got one more thing, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you hit it right on the head. So, I mean, it's not much to really, relay on that. You hit everything
fair
on
enough,
that.
fair enough. All right, well, cool. But then the last thing I got, so we can go ahead and end this thing on out, is the fact that not only does our boy Jaden have a different outlook as it pertains to his emotions, not only is he afraid to speak in front of people, but there's one thing about Jaden that is very different from all the rest of the Klingons that I've ever seen. And I'm talking, of course, about the fact that Jaden may have literally the best set of teeth I've ever seen on a Klingon in my entire life. Jaden's teeth look like an orthodontist billboard. Like, they're literally white. There are no jagged edges. Like, I'm like, that's the point. Like, if we're talking about, oh, you should eat gawk and you should be a warrior, it's like, yeah, nah, he can be his own person. But your teeth, sir, like, do they have Invisalign in San Francisco in that far in the future? Like, it looks completely, his teeth are like, so, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, this gives me a whole new outlook on Klingon.